Have you ever taken a wrong turn and ended up somewhere you shouldn't be? Imagine finding a town that doesn't exist on any map, where people vanished without a trace. Tonight, we dive into the unsettling mystery of Dunwich Falls. But before we begin, don't forget to hit like if you love creepy stories and subscribe for more nightmares delivered straight to your screen. I never should have taken that detour. I was on my way to visit my sister in Portland when my GPS suggested an alternate route through rural Oregon. It was late, and the idea of avoiding the freeway's monotony was appealing. The road led me through dense forest, the trees pressing in on either side like silent sentinels. After an hour of driving through the desolate backroads, I noticed something odd, a town that wasn't on my map. It wasn't just some roadside cluster of buildings. It was a full-fledged town with brick storefronts, a church, and a main street lined with flickering street lamps. A wooden sign by the road read, Dunwich Falls, established 1892. I slowed down, curiosity overriding my sense of urgency. The place seemed wrong. Not abandoned, exactly, but off. There were cars parked along the street, but no people. The neon open sign in a diner window buzzed weakly, yet the inside was empty. The air felt thick, charged with something I couldn't name. I parked and stepped out, the sound of my own breathing too loud in the stillness. The silence wasn't natural. It was oppressive, the kind that settles right before a storm. As I walked toward the diner, I felt eyes on me. A shape flickered in my peripheral vision, but when I turned, there was nothing but a cracked window reflecting my own unease. Inside the diner, the tables were set as if expecting customers. Plates of food set untouched on the counters, the coffee and cups still steaming. A jukebox in the corner crackled to life, playing a warped version of an old tune I couldn't quite place. I backed out quickly, my pulse hammering. Something was very, very wrong. I tried knocking on the doors of nearby buildings, but they swung open at my touch, revealing empty rooms, beds still unmade, dinner tables set with cold meals. The entire town looked like it had been abandoned in an instant, as if everyone had simply evaporated mid-action. Then I heard the whispering, low, unintelligible murmurs, coming from everywhere and nowhere at once. My skin turned to ice. I spun around, searching for the source, but I was alone. A rustling sound came from the alley beside me. I saw movement, a flicker of something shifting in the darkness. A figure emerged, stepping into the dim glow of a street lamp. It was a man, or at least it had been. His face was blurred, features melting into shadows like a smeared painting. He raised a hand, beckoning. I ran. I sprinted to my car, fumbling for the keys. The whispering grew louder, morphing into a chorus of voices overlapping, speaking in a language I didn't understand. As I yanked the car door open, I caught one last glimpse of the town. Figures were emerging from the buildings now, dozens of them. Their faces were all wrong, twisted, unfinished, as though they were only half-formed memories of people who had once existed. Their mouths moved, but their voices weren't their own. They were the voices of the town itself, calling me back, pleading, demanding. I slammed the door and started the engine. The headlights illuminated a scene that shouldn't have been possible. The town was shifting, warping like a mirage. The buildings stretched and twisted, bending in on themselves, their structures writhing like something alive. The road behind me was gone, replaced by an endless void of darkness. I floored the gas. My car lurched forward, the tires screeching against the cracked pavement. The figures didn't chase me. They didn't need to. The town itself was shifting around me, swallowing the road ahead, trying to pull me deeper inside. I don't remember how I escaped. One moment, I was driving, the town unraveling in my rearview mirror. The next, I was waking up in my parked car on the side of a highway, the sun rising on the horizon. There was no sign of Dunwich Falls on my GPS, no evidence it had ever existed. But I know what I saw. And at night, when everything is quiet, I still hear the whispering. So, what do you think really happened to Dunwich Falls? Was it a glitch in reality? A cursed town? Or something far worse? Let me know your theories in the comments. If you enjoyed this eerie tale, hit that like button and subscribe for more disturbing stories, if you dare.